Hey guys, this is the Otaku Clubhouse. I am Bancho Gato, along with Akuma and Hakaiser the Final Brave, and we're bringing you something a little different this time. We're jumping on the bandwagon about 6 months too late, and we're going to make a tier list video.
Isn't that what we do with everything? Jump on the bandwagon a little too late? But, our content's so much better than the others that it's totally fine.
The lie detector test went off. I'm sorry.
You aren't. Do you not understand how putting someone over is, how you're supposed to do that? You're always supposed to talk up. You're not supposed to talk about their weaknesses.
You're
Anyway.
also supposed to be convincing.
I don't know if I
looking
believe
a little
you.
bit like fucking Ryback right now.
Ooh.
Wow.
Feed me more. Let's get back into the topic of today's video. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You explain it.
Well, fucking excuse me. We are going to list popular, now asterisk next to that, in our opinions. We're not using any metrics or anything. Popular battle shonen protagonists.
Well, not just Battle Shonen. There's a few in there that are not technically Battle Shonen.
I would consider all of these battle shonen.
Are you
Even
smoking?
what? What is not battle shonen?
Fucking Death Note, dude. What are you?
That is a battle. It's an intellectual battle. Come on,
Bro,
bro.
you reaching, dog.
Nah, that's not a reach. Let's just call this popular shonen protagonist tier list. Since you want to add on the caveat that Death Note is not a bunch of niggas shirtless fighting each other, even though they did that one time.
They weren't shirtless.
And it wasn't a fight. It was like two fucking.
It was in the fan fiction I read.
We're getting off topic. We are getting very far off
So
topic.
we're gonna rate these on a list. From the top S tier, this is pretty much the quintessential protagonist, shonen protagonist, I should say. The one that, you loved as a kid, you appreciate as an adult, who makes his or her series what it is. A tier is one that doesn't quite carry the series, but is pretty good. They have endearing qualities, but maybe they have just that little thing that keeps them away from the top. B is more like an okay protagonist, or they're a good protagonist in a bad series. Like, there are some examples of that I'll list later when we come across to them. And then C is like average, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree to that? And everything else, everything below average is trash. At least that's how the internet taught me to think. So,
I mean, we did, as far as everybody here knows, we all grew up in America, no? Yes?
God bless.
So, yeah, we go by American grades in this country.
that's what I tell ICE, at least.
Alright, so where do you want to get started off? You want to start off in alphabetical, or do you guys just want to call them out?
Let's just go.
Let's go right to left. Like manga.
Jesus Christ, okay. Alright then, I guess we'll start
big
with...
weed points today, huh?
I guess we are going to start with Gon then. Gon Freaks from Hunter x Hunter. I'm probably going to actually go for like... I want to aim for S tier. Not like, I'm not even going to lie to you immediately.
Bring it down a little bit, bro. I think we can... I don't know. Is Gon an S tier character? We would have to... I get the argument, but I don't know right now. We would have to compare them to others.
I want to say that I think Gon is at least A tier, no lower.
Yeah.
Because just from going through all of Hunter x Hunter, like, I've gone through Hunter x Hunter, and anyone who asks me, I will say I think that's one of the best anime ever made, and one of the best manga, shonen manga, and just mangas in general that I've ever read.
Ever written.
Yeah.
Ever written, but not drawn.
Oh, no, absolutely not drawn. And I think Gon's character grows enough, especially in the Chimera Ant arc, to warrant him being, like, a very, very high-tier character. So,
yeah, no, A for sure. And we can see if we can come back and, like, bump him up or not.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, let's drop him in the A for now. But, yeah, Gon, A. Uh, I guess we should hit up the boy Ichigo Kurosaki now.
See,
See,
I want to say that Ichigo was that nigga, a real nigga,
oh,
but if the series would have ended at like Wango,
hey, Waco
the
Mundo,
fucking
Hueco
Mexican
Mundo.
place, right? I would put that
Mexican
nigga in
hell.
A easy, right?
Hmm.
Because Ichigo, he was a real nigga. The people kept fucking with him because he had orange hair, yo. And he's like, oh, I don't even want to be a fucking boncho, dude. Get good grades so niggas leave me the fuck alone. I was like, yeah, I can respect that. He had cool theme song, he swagged out, but the more the series went on, the more they just kept fucking this nigga up, dude.
Yeah, about halfway through he's half hollow, and then halfway through he's half what was it? Half hollow. Then he was
Half Quincy.
half
Let's see.
Quincy, and then he also had full bring, and it was literally just stacks on stacks on stacks with his fucking
By the end
powers.
of the series, he was half Xehanort too. So
I don't know. I feel like Ichigo as a character also somewhat degraded, like in terms of personality. Because when he first started off, it's just like you said, Hawk. He was like, I just want to be left alone. Like, I'm not dumb. I'm not an idiot. I'm smart. I want you all to just leave me alone. Stop fucking with me. And then by the end of it, he just kind of was a protagonist.
I will come in with a hot take, bro. I think Ichigo, well, the first arc, the substitute Shinigami arc, he had a personality, but after that, he didn't, right? He was a reactive protagonist. He didn't do anything that he wanted to do. He did things that he had to do. Ooh, gotta save Rukia. Ooh, gotta save Orihime. Ooh, gotta get my powers back. Why did you want your powers back? Because that's something they never addressed. He doesn't have any real desires of his own. He just has needs. Like I really like Bleach. Bleach was one of my favorite, probably top 5 animes as a teenager. But Ichigo was not the reason for that. Ichigo is for me C tier, so we can split the difference wherever y'all want to put him.
No, I kind of agree with you. I think C tier.
I think, unfortunately, that's where Ichigo gonna have to stay. I don't disagree with him. C tier.
Yeah, because I definitely don't think he should be any lower than that. Like, he's not offensively bad. Like, somebody who we're about to move on to, possibly,
Uh,
Inuyasha.
Get this nigga out of here, bro. That nigga's straight trash. Easy, easy.
I wouldn't put Inuyasha in trash. Inuyasha, the character, he's stupid. He gets duped easily multiple times, but I don't think he's trash. That's hard to say, but I would still put him in C.
I I tend to agree with you. I don't think he's a trash character. I don't think he's in any way written bad. I think everything that he does is consistent with his character, and I even think that the shit with him with fucking Kikyo is consistent, as stupid as it is.
Hmm.
So I kind of don't want to say trash either.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
stick
know,
him in
cause
C, bro.
he was so annoying. Like
Yeah, he was
he
annoying.
he
I
he
do agree.
wouldn't he was so fucking wishy washy. Kikyo's like he hates her, then he doesn't hate her, and then she hates him, but then she doesn't hate him, but he likes Kagome, but not really, but he does.
That's more of a fault of Kagome.
I don't know, man.
Will
Uh,
you just
maybe
agree to
like a
like,
low. Maybe like we put him low C tier
yeah,
because I feel like
If there was a tier separating C and D, he would definitely go there.
yeah. But for now, let's just put him at C. He'll probably get bumped further down C, and maybe we'll find other characters who fall into the trash bin.
how
Well,
about you
I
pick
got
somebody who is trash, like right off the bat?
All right. A character who actively is bad for their series, pretty easy.
Yes,
Maka.
I agree.
I don't think that anybody, or like, come on, or in Soul Eater. there were two other protagonists, Death the Kid and Black Star, who were infinitely more interesting than Maka.
Wait, were they protagonists or?
Yes.
I thought, what's his name?
Soul?
Yeah, I thought Soul was more like the protagonist.
He was the supporting character. He was the main girl.
We'll talk about that later. I legitimately think that Maka was bad for the show because I feel like her character didn't really matter. Like, I feel like she was detrimental to the progression of other characters and more so to the ending of the show, which everybody has infinitely gone on record to say how much they hate in the show and in the manga. So I think Maka is not a good character. I think Maka is a pretty trash character.
I think, like, it's like you said. I think the mark of, like, an S tier character would be a character who basically holds the show, who influences the other characters, or who the series revolves around. And Maka really was just a filler personality. Her dad was more important. Death the Kid was more important. All her teachers were more important.
And more interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
and Black Star had more of the traditional shonen protagonist story arc, so...
To be perfectly honest, I'll say this. I think Maka wouldn't get any credit at all as a main character if not for the fact that she was a girl.
Just barely.
Barely a girl.
Her hell of a Pataki looking ass. Alright, we dropping Maka in trash?
Yes.
Yeah, she gonna get some company down there.
Yeah, she's not gonna be sitting down there all by herself. That's for sure. Let's grab Meliodas.
Trash.
That nigga is trash, bro. This man is one of the creepiest characters of all time. This is coming
actually
from somebody,
true.
This is coming from somebody who likes Adam Blade from Needless, alright? That nigga, he tripping. But, yo, Meliodas groomed this bitch so hard. Multi-generational, multi-fucking...
Reincarnation.
Reincarnational grooming.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. I hate this nigga Meliodas, dude.
These guys, they made it to, like, probably halfway through Seven Deadly Sins, mostly because I forced them. But, as somebody who actually made it to the end of Seven Deadly Sins, like, this is an unbiased opinion. Meliodas is not a very well-written character. He is shown to have all of these emotions and stuff, but they almost never matter until, like, the last second, where he then gets upset, and then he's back to Meliodas, just regular old Meliodas. Or when he has his demon transformation, where he starts being a cocky asshole, and then he's just Meliodas again. It's like there's 3 Meliodases, basically, which, if you actually follow the series, with all his brothers, they all look the same anyway. But, yeah, I cannot defend Meliodas as a fucking protagonist. I think that he is actively bad for the series, which is saying something in a series that's actively not good.
You can sum up Meliodas in 4 words, bro. Hands off my woman.
Saying that to a fucking literal baby.
Saying that with a literal infant in your fucking arms. I'm gonna put him ahead of here. I feel like I want to put him ahead of Maka, though.
Damn.
I still like him more than Maka.
Damn. Oh, man.
I know. Still, I feel like I like him more than Maka.
I can't even disagree with you.
Alright, time for one of the legendaries. Naruto.
Naruto Uzumaki.
Some discussion.
Right.
I'll say this.
I think Naruto is more heartbreaking than Ichigo.
In terms of where he would go?
Well, no, I'm talking about in terms of like the ups and downs of when you like Naruto and when you're like, bro, this nigga's fucking trash, dude. Even up to the end of the series, Naruto had Kino good moments, but he also had absolute. It just makes no fucking sense for the character. The way the things happen to the character make no sense. The way he reacts to things make no sense. Like, for example, when he is going through the beginning of the series, you know, he's a fuck up, right? And he's always playing pranks because nobody fucking likes him, nobody pays attention to him, so he does that to get attention, right? And the entire reason he wants to become a Hokage, he's pretty much the president of the Ninja Village, is so everybody will recognize him, witness him. Okay. By like the middle of the second series, you know, everybody already recognizes him. Everybody already acknowledges him as a friend and as an asset to the village. But he's still harping on this Hokage shit when his dream has already been fulfilled.
Bro, you know why? Because he doesn't turn back on his ninja way.
That's the dumbest shit
Date
I've ever heard.
Bayo?
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
I stand.
That's like telling Kakashi that betraying your friends is necessary sometimes, bro. It's just, he's a man of his word. That's what Naruto is.
Kakashi was actually a good character. Best character in the fucking show.
Save it for another tier list.
I do agree with Hawk though, in the sense that like there are some moments even at the end of Naruto that are like fucking like give you those fucking warm fuzzies. Fucking Naruto being like, "Well, I don't have a dad. You know, Iruka, can you be my dad at my fucking wedding?" It's like that shit's like, wow.
Yeah, that was the exact scene that I was thinking of when I was talking about that.
Yeah, because it's a good scene, and it's like, you know, yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. That's really good. But then you have to remember that Naruto was like, yeah, I'm gonna literally talk Obito out of fucking joining up with Madara and finishing off destroying the world.
So, the way I feel is, Naruto is a great character, but you have to weigh literally everything he does against him being the world's biggest simp for Sasuke.
Yeah.
And when you do that, I feel like when you weigh the pros against the cons, I think he comes around a B tier.
I don't know, man. I think he might be a C tier.
Yeah, because I don't know if I want to put him
I
ahead
don't
of
feel
Ichigo.
like I want to root for him after he keeps getting shit. You know, after he becomes best friends with the fucking fox, and after he finds out he's the descendant of the ultimate god, son of the moon goddess.
All right, here's the thing. Compare him to the other C tier characters. Do you think he's as bad as Ichigo? Do you think he's as bad as Inuyasha?
Yes, I actually think
I don't think Inuyasha has the peaks that Naruto has as a character.
Exactly.
I don't think that Inuyasha has the peaks that Ichigo has. I don't think they belong in the same tier list, to be real with you. I think that, like I said, if there was one between like C and trash, that's where Inuyasha would be. Because they all reach that fucking trash, that bottom valley, but Naruto has those moments where, yeah, this is a main character. I can relate to this. This is something I enjoy watching. Same thing with Ichigo. What does Inuyasha do that makes you excited to watch? Makes you feel for this character? Nothing.
I'll tell you what, bud. Why don't we just put Naruto in C for now, and then we can go back later and compare him to whoever else ends up in C, because I really feel like he's a B tier. And I guess we'll have to reevaluate Inuyasha too. Let's get some more obvious ones, dude. Let's get
more
Goku.
Obvious. Yeah,
that's not obvious.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, that's a bit.
That's probably.
Bro, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Hang on. Here's an obvious trash.
That's an obvious.
Natsu drag meal.
Put him down there.
Trash.
These niggas out here in the fucking barracks, dude. No fucking soap.
Let me just say this, as somebody who's fucking gone through Fairy Tail and some of Fairy Tail, the 100-Year Quest as well. Natsu is a bad character. Fairy Tail is a bad series. If you like it, fine. I think it's fucking trash. I think that everything in that series just doesn't equal up. Think about it. I want anyone to think about it. At one point, Levi and her two little fucking simps that hang out with her got the shit beat out of them, and they got crucified on a fucking tree by Gagiel. Fast forward to the 100-year quest, and Levi is sitting with Gagio talking about the children that they're about to have. What the fuck? And you might be like, oh, well, they went through... I want you to think about it. If you got your ass beat down by somebody, would you in a couple of years be like, yeah, I'm definitely down to have children with this person? Probably not. And if you do, there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah, Tina Turner, God rest her soul.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with her?
But no,
Let's go.
I am putting Natsu below Maka.
Yeah.
I think Natsu is a bad character. I think Fairy Tail is bad. Let's grab another higher tier one. Let's grab Light Yagami.
I want to say he's...
I might be jumping the gun. I think Light might be S.
S? I don't know.
Man, look, Light
Okay,
would have
hang
been
on.
S if not for the way he got defeated.
Hang on. Let me explain. I think Light might be S for single-handedly being the protagonist of a series that defined the idea of mind battle shonens for generations. Like every mind battle, fucking intelligence battle or whatever you want to call it, type of shonen, basically sits around and watches Death Note and are like, damn, I want to be that. Death Note quite literally has outlived itself yes, technically had that one sequel one shot, but Death Note has preceded itself for fucking decades afterwards, even in America, simply by existing as such a good manga and anime originally back in like 2005.
You know, Light Yagami is kind of, in many ways, like the original Madara Uchiha. As in, he was written to be so dominant, so on top of his... and he's the villain, right? He's unarguably the villain at the end of the series. To the point where the writer had to, like, write him and his assistant and several other people, like, actually make them brain dead, make them hold the ball of stupidity in order to beat him. And I think that subtracts away from Light. That single-handedly, like, I'm just going to rely, like, Light isn't this type of character who would get so arrogant that he thinks he can just lure the entire investigation team in near and just kill them all and have no fucking backup plan. I just feel like that subtracts from him. But I would agree with you. What do you think, Highway? Hot Kaiser.
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with you on the part where he makes a fucking out of character, very stupid error that gets him killed. But his motivations for what he does, they're not like they're understandable in the show, but it's not like there's no moments where you're like, wow, yeah, sort of agree with this guy, like, he seems more like a villain, which, you know, you can have an evil man character, but you usually want to give him some sort of sympathetic characteristic, you know?
That wasn't the point. He had a god complex from the start. Who gets a thing that says you can kill anybody and he's like, yeah, I'll do that and I'll make the world a better place? Well, that's supposed to be your red flag.
Well, I mean, that was Light's original thing. He was like, he just was thinking about it, and because ultimately, what it is the downfall of, like, the downfall due to megalomania. He ends up at that point because he starts thinking like, oh man, I actually killed somebody, and then it's like, wait, I did it for a good reason. Oh wait, I'm a good person. If I can do this, I can do good things. I'm definitely infallible. And he kept climbing higher and higher and higher, stepping on people as he fucking climbed, and then eventually once he got to the top, he couldn't see where he was fucking standing and fucking tripped.
Nah, there were more other red flags, like him killing that FBI guy, Ray Pimbler, and him trying to kill L, like the fake L who came on the news,
Well, yeah, and
right?
he killed. No, like the instant. I think one of our friends said it. The instant that Light killed the FBI guy's
Fiance.
fiance was the second that he was like he was done.
Yeah, and from that point on, you're just like, oh well, he's the villain protagonist, and you root for him to win, but you don't root for him because you sympathize with him. I don't think that was the point.
No, it's more that he's just entertaining.
Yes.
So, what are we saying?
Hey.
No, nah, fuck that. I just thought of something. I'm gonna say that nigga got it. He loses an entire tier for letting this nigga L rub on this nigga's fucking toes, dude.
Oh my!
You remember that gay shit, dude? Nah,
That was
that's
that was fucking
bro.
Christ metaphor shit.
That's a violation.
You know that was Christ metaphor stuff.
You know the Pope washes people's feet
Why you think I'm not a Catholic?
because
I'll put him at the top.
Because
I'll put him at the top of A because of you guys. But I let it be known that I think Light is a fucking incredible protagonist. All right. Let's see.
let's handle the JoJo's. I think.
All right. Then I guess we'll start with Jonathan.
That's
B.
B.
Oh, y'all niggas tripping, dude.
I think
Jonathan.
Jonathan,
He's good, but he's just
he's
just a template.
Yeah, and he's kind of bland. He's a good guy, but he's like a good guy. That's it. There's nothing.
It's literally
special.
Kenshiro if he wasn't edgy.
Yeah, he's like doled out Kenshiro, like actually.
I don't know about that one. First of all, this man was cooler to watch fight instead of doing all that gay stand shit, dude. All that fucking, fucking punch ghost. Fuck off, dude.
I mean, you can directly compare him to.
He had a cooler, like, rivalry with his main villain. Was a morally upstanding guy. You could really say, wow, this is a real hero, you know?
Directly compare him to his grandson, dude.
Bastards.
Directly compare
Only,
Jonathan to Joseph.
I would say only one of Jonathan's descendants is a bastard, and we'll be getting to him soon. But I'm really sticking with B.
Yeah. That. Go ahead.
All
right.
Joseph. S.
Joseph,
yeah,
the best.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be the first S of the list, easy.
No contest.
It's kind of hard to disagree. Joseph is he's entertaining. He's completely consistent. He hits all the range. He has fucking bad times. He has good times. He isn't just a fucking smartass who knows every single move that everyone's gonna make beforehand. He trains. He does everything a protagonist should.
Oh, you said he trains.
Yeah, he trained.
Yeah, he did train when he was a protagonist. But after that, then they fucked it all up.
We're talking about part 2.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
All right, Joe Taro.
Hey.
All right, this is gonna be controversial. I think Joe Taro is just about the same level as Jonathan.
Yeah, but he's like he's Jonathan with Tude.
Yeah, he really is. He's just Jonathan with Tude. Like, I get it. Everyone likes Joe Taro for fucking character design, for all of his moves, for his attitude and stuff like that. I don't really think like Jotaro does much outside of it. Like, would you ever say that Jotaro really develops?
Yeah, in the fight with Dio, that's it.
Maybe.
When he was getting fucking pissed off over Jonathan.
Well, yeah, but
fucking
yeah, I guess so because
not Jonathan. I mean Joseph. Jesus Christ, I hate these Josephs.
But yeah, it's like he cares about Holly. That's his mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've always considered that like he does care about his family. So I don't really count that as much development.
I mean, like that was the only fight where he actually had to use his brain and he couldn't just out of it.
I don't know.
That was the worst.
What do you say, Hawk?
I'm probably gonna say the same thing, even though I think that Jonathan should be higher. I was gonna put Jotaro in B.
Well, we can put. Are we gonna put Jotaro behind Jonathan?
Above.
Yes.
No.
Behind, nigga.
Above.
Fuck out of
Above. What are you talking about?
here. Like y'all just said, this man, every fight, what is this nigga? Fuck off, dude. Jonathan actually.
My nigga Jonathan, every fight. Deal for my father.
He had to train. He had to learn techniques. What technique does fucking Jotaro have? Stand there, use fucking punch goes.
Starfinger.
That's not a technique.
It is a technique. Man, Akuma, break the tie. Come on.
I'm gonna have to agree with Hawk on this. I think because Jotaro really doesn't. It's like he starts off strong and then he just stays at that level, and then actually, if we're gonna be honest, he gets worse later on.
No, we don't count that shit.
All right, Josuke.
A.
I'm gonna have to say.
I think
the characters around him prop him up. I think if he didn't have good interaction,
yeah,
that's why he's not S. He's A because what's the dude? Rohan is more of a protagonist than him.
Yeah.
Rohan and Jotaro, surprisingly, are like, I think like the ideal protagonist of Part 4 would be a combination of Josuke, Jotaro, and Rohan, but they were kind of split into those three characters.
Hold on, you just let yourself be mind broken accepting Araki's fucking self-insert, dude.
No, it's not his self-insert.
Rohan
he said so.
Not supposed to be a fucking protagonist.
Yes, he is. After
Araki
he
was
gets
smoking.
beaten.
Okay, but what was short dude's name?
Koichi?
Yeah. I think he feels more protagonist than Josuke. Like,
I mean,
definitely.
he is a traditional type of protagonist.
To be honest.
Compared to everybody else?
To be honest, I actually think I want to put Josuke in B.
That's what I was about to say, because he's...
Wow!
It feels like it was long stretches of, like, episodes and shit where he was just, like, showing up in the middle of it, just popping in, hey, remember me?
It's because...
Remember, my name is Joe. I am the protagonist.
It's because Part 4 was the most slice of life.
I do think Part 4 is really good. It's just the fact that, like, when you really break it down, Josuke kind of didn't matter.
No, Josuke mattered. Josuke was the one who brought them all together. That is the defining characteristic of a shonen protagonist, is that you encounter these dummies and weirdos and you get them to be your friends. The Goku buddy syndrome.
I'm still just gonna aim for B. Like, I would put him above Jotaro, but, like, if we're gonna be perfectly honest, I don't think he's more protagonist than, like, Jonathan.
Well, let me ask you something. Would Koichi develop as a character if not for his interactions with Josuke? Would fucking what's his name? God damn it, the hand guy. Okuyasu. Yeah, would Rohan? Would fucking even Jotaro learn something from his uncle?
I guess you're right. Which is why I do say I think he's more so than, say, like, I'd say more so than he is than Jotaro. But think about it. Like, Jonathan chose to pursue Dio. He chose to keep going. He chose to keep fighting, and he made every decision that happened with Jonathan was his choice. Like, all the way up to even him sacrificing his own life.
No.
I would definitely put Jonathan in A if he just had more personality.
If you're gonna put Josuke in B, at least put him above Jotaro.
No, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, I think he deserves to be above Jotaro. Alright. Geo.
Giorno
nigga.
Giovanna.
I'm putting
I'm
him below
biased. I'm biased
Jotaro.
because that's when I stopped liking JoJo's. Really, it's part 5.
I would put him below Jotaro.
Hey, that's fair.
I like Gio. He's probably my favorite, but he is absolutely less of a protagonist than any of the other JoJos. And he makes less decisions. He's only important solely based on the fact that he's the strongest and he's the healer. Like, I like him, but I can't put him any higher.
He also has a shitty design.
All right.
Okay.
Since we handled
It's funny
the
how that
Joes,
worked out.
it's time for the U's.
All right. Fine.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I only know like 2 of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters.
That's fine.
For now, let's start with Yugi.
If
Hold
if
on.
Yugi
do you
was
count Yugi and Atem as the same character?
yes,
I count Atem more than Yugi because I feel like Atem exists as like the protagonist, and I'm using him as Yugi in the sense that Yugi as one character.
so that's the thing. If Yugi was only the Pharaoh, if it was only a Tim, I would say A. But because it's Yugi in there too, B.
I don't know if that really drops his character though, because it's a really good dual personality thing.
Yugi Mono is a bitch. We're not. I don't think we should count season 0, but if we do, Yugi Mono is a fucking bitch.
Okay, but if we count like all of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, you can't forget Atem has some fucking range. Like there are some times where that like fucking monster card thing with Weevil on the train.
Yeah,
He did what he had to do.
No, he didn't.
No,
he did more than he
wait.
had to do.
Yeah, and he was gonna kill Kaiba.
That nigga Will was fucking around, so he had to find out the hard way.
That nigga remembered Exodia, dude. The fucking had a flashback. He's
My
like,
cards.
oh yeah, and my friends.
I would definitely say B. I would definitely say B, and I'd say over Giorno.
Over Jotaro.
Yeah, over Jotaro.
Over Josuke.
Yeah.
Alright, you can stop now.
Oh.
You can stop.
Over Jonathan.
I'd have to
Over
put him over
Jonathan.
Jonathan too, man.
Yeah.
He's
You know, no.
Clean sweep. The clean
No.
sweep.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to stop you there. You know why? Because this nigga Tim was a fucking cheater, dude. This nigga would pull
Exactly,
the right
that's what
card
makes
that
him
he
good.
needed. No, it doesn't. Because
Yes,
the
it
fucking
does.
like series didn't acknowledge that. It's like a fucking thing. Like that's
The heart of the cards.
Alright. Jaden or Judai.
A.
Yeah, I want to put him above Yugi.
I'm gonna say nah, bro. I don't think he's as entertaining as Yugi. I think he's kind of a fucking loser. He's like, I think he has the judo syndrome, like from Gundam, where you had this nigga Tim who was just out here killing niggas. You know?
I think you're forgetting Jaden's entire character arc, where he really developed. He really became a deep character by the end of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, and then
GX.
like the 3rd season of GX, he was doing that too. Jaden legitimately committed fucking genocide at one point.
He was ruthless, and he had to be, because the stakes just kept escalating. And by the end, he was like, "I don't even like dueling anymore." He was like us.
Yeah,
after Synchros came out.
But no, it was like he fucking after a while was legit just like he fucking got possessed by the Supreme King. And I've heard 2 arguments. I've heard the fact that he was possessed by the Supreme King, but I've also heard the argument that since he is the reincarnation of the Supreme King, this is Jaden's true nature deep down. And then, like, even after that, if you look at season 4, he eventually just became a hermit and wouldn't hang out with any of his friends because he felt so distant from them, especially after everything he did. Like, Jaden is a very deep character beyond, like, if you look from, like, season 1 to the end, like, he is a very entirely different person, like an actually different character by the very end of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Definitely.
So I'd say A. I'd actually put him at the bottom of A, but I'd say he's really much in A.
It is what it is.
Alright. You say Fudo.
A B.
I don't remember much about 5Ds to make that assessment. To
I'm
be
actually,
honest,
I'd actually put him at the top of C.
He never loses, but and some people were like, "Yeah, he never loses. He never lost once." But that actually just makes him like kind of a Gary Sue.
Well, it's not even just that. It's that Yusei he's exactly the type of character I was talking about. He has like he's one note. He's cool. Like Yusei's fucking cool, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jaden has two different things. He's a dork, and then he's also a fucking. He's a dork, then he gets dark, and then all this other stuff. Tem has a bunch of different personality traits, but Yusei's just always cool. Just always.
Does Yusei even have like a partner? Like everybody else does.
Yeah. Um. Yusei has a few fucking followers who stick around him all the time. By the end of it, he basically ends up having what's dude's name? Crow, I think his name was, as his fucking follower, and Jack becomes his buddy.
I don't mean like a physical. I mean like Yugi has obviously a Tim and Yugi as they're like partners. Jaden has Wing Karibo and then later Yubel as his like spirit partner. What does Yusei have?
Technically he has the what is the thing called?
Stardust Dragon.
No, not the
No.
Stardust, the Crimson Dragon. But
Does I don't remember. Does it? He actually like talk to it and have conversations with it?
it like gives him like it like tells him like where to go and stuff, but it's not an actual character. It's not like a character.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like top of C. And that's probably gonna hit like a lot of fucking Yusei fans.
Naruto is above him, bro. It's I really do like.
Yeah.
Naruto has agency, yeah.
And this is gonna get some hate too. I think Yuma from Zeal should be above Yusei too. I didn't
even watch it.
Okay,
because
so
his personality didn't hook me in the first episode.
So Yuma from Zeal, he's totally like some people would be like, oh, he's just Jaden, but no, Yuma's legitimately stupid. That's part of his character. Like he's actually supposed to be stupid, but he has that character trait of stupid, hard-working kid. And by the end of it, a lot of Zeal actually becomes like very. It goes the route of GX where it becomes darker, and I feel Yuma's character didn't develop quite. His character didn't develop quite enough to really get him into B, but I feel like by the end of it, he mattered enough to the story, and he had enough things going on between him being serious but also being an idiot and other stuff to make him matter. So I would put him above Yusei.
I can't really argue that.
Yuya? Trash. No, not bottom of trash.
Above Manga.
Above Maka. I hate Yuya. I fucking hate Yuya. I think he's the worst protagonist without question.
Yeah.
Yusaka. He's basically Yusei. Like I can't get over how much he's just basically Yusei. He's just cool. He has one personality.
But he's better than Yusei. I think he's better than Yusei. And I think it's because of what is the AI's name?
I?
God damn it. Yes.
I mean, it's literally named I, so.
I think I brings it out of him, so I would put him above his contemporaries.
You know what? Yeah, because by the end of it, he actually does. Like, the last duel in Vrains, it's actually what I'd say is probably the best final duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it shows that, like, it's two friends, it's two characters who spent the entire series becoming friends, and they finally realized that there's no other way around this. We have to decide who wins and who dies here. And Yusaku wins, and he's like, fuck, this was the only person I really actually became friends with. This is fucking awful.
It was kind of a reference between the duel of Etem and Yugi.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll put him above. Fuck it. I'll put him above Yuma and Yusei.
Yes.
Alright. Time for a big ol' controversial one.
Alright.
Edward Elric.
You know, I don't want to say that he's not good, but I feel like Full Metal Alchemist is one of those shows that completely flooded out of my mind the minute I finished it. Then
Really?
this was like
When's the last
when
time
did
you watched
Brotherhood
Brotherhood?
when did Brotherhood come out?
Brotherhood came out
2013.
a long time ago, dude.
7 years ago. So I have a hard time conjuring up imagery
Why?
of
Why do you?
Edward.
Why do you think he's bad? What comes to mind?
I just remember him being really annoying and like kind of bitch made.
That was probably his voice actor. Who was that guy again?
I want to say Edward has kind of the same problem I have with a lot of protagonists, where he starts off kind of the same person that he ends as. Like, he has tons of range, and if you need proof of that, look at the way that he first reacts when he's taking the exams, and then look how he reacts when fucking Nina is fucking fused with the dog.
Or when fucking Al has to fuse himself to give him a new arm and leg.
Yeah. Like,
So
I'd say that he's very much a good protagonist. I'd maybe drop him into A, like the bottom of A.
I would agree. I got no qualms with him. Since Kaiser can't remember him, he can't contest it.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. Aaron Yeager.
Put that nigga in trash.
Trash.
I don't want to put him in trash. I
was gonna
legit
say, I
like
think trash is too easy.
like look.
Bad main character of a bad show.
We all dislike Aaron Yeager, but he does do what a series needs. He pushes the plot forward. He matters. He, at this point in Attack on Titan, it's just about to end, at least as far as I've seen. He's basically the single most important person in the world.
I feel like
he develops. He does develop. Like he unironically does go from being happy to being fucking broody to being like the literal brooding Jesus.
Yeah, negative character development is a form of character development.
Yeah, like he goes and becomes like a fucking monster and a villain by the end of Attack on Titan. Like he's slaughtering tons of innocent people right now, and he's doing it knowing he's doing it without like blinking. So
yeah, I feel like Eren is a character that the fan base of Attack on Titan grew to dislike over time. But initially, I'm pretty sure everybody loved him. They were rooting for him. He was the underdog, so to speak.
should we go for B?
No.
I mean, we absolutely cannot put him in anything lower than C. Like that would unironically be completely unfair.
Put him right under Naruto.
All right. Let's grab Gintoki. I want to put Gintoki in A at least.
No, I think this nigga goes in this. I think Gintoki, at the first glance, you think he's just some fucking old guy. Haha, he's dumb. Funny, right?
Are we just putting all the Sugida's roles up there? Is that what it is?
Sugita basically he voices a lot of based characters.
So I can't really break this tie, but I'm more inclined to believe or to side with Kaiser from what little I do know about Gintoki.
I mean,
as somebody who watched the first episode to the final arc, I think that he is one of the best Shonen Jump characters of all time. He is one of the greats. He has multiple personality traits. You know, they don't always show. He has those peaks that Naruto had, that Ichigo had, but he doesn't have the valleys. He never overstays his welcome. You can clearly see the positive impact he has on the world, the people who are close to him, people around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue. I guess he would be S tier, mostly because if I say no, I feel like all of his fangirls are gonna fucking kill me. All right, let's grab. Let's save Goku further for the end.
Goddamn.
Let's grab someone who we all know but aren't really following as much. Let's grab Luffy.
Yeah.
I feel like anything less than A, honestly, would be lying.
All right.
Well, I'll base this off of when I was reading One Piece back in the day, back in elementary school, back in middle school. I think he was an okay character. He was the main character. That was his thing with me. I think that was before he started really coming into his own.
So here's a little interesting tidbit of trivia. Throughout the entire One Piece manga, and I guess this carries over to the anime, you never hear the internal thoughts of Luffy whatsoever. So everything you can infer about the character, you have to get from indirect storytelling, which I think is interesting because I never considered that. It's like the whole Ash doesn't actually have a last name. It's like that. So it's so obvious that Luffy is a complex character, but sometimes it's like, is he complex or is he just like a fucking? Is he just operating on instinct? Right? I think he's like a lower A. I don't know. I might know a little more about him than the two of you do.
Well,
but
I've actually just been following along with.
Yeah.
I tried to catch up on One Piece again, which I was insane for doing that. I made it up to about because I wanted to know. I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to feel that impact for myself. I made it up to the time skip.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Luffy at least up to time skip. And I will say that I do think he should be an A. I think if we're being honest, he actually goes above Edward.
Yeah. If we knew more about him, he might have even been an S tier, but we're just very limited in our knowledge.
Let's grab some more of the newer guys too. Let's grab Tanjiro.
That nigga's trash, dude.
Is he trash?
Well, in my opinion, I think he's trash.
I think he's boring, but I definitely wouldn't say
you guys would
trash.
probably you would have a higher. Well, full disclosure, like I read the entire manga. It's completed, so from the end, I think he's trash. But from where the anime left off, I'm pretty sure you guys would have him at least a tier or two higher.
I would put him. Yeah, I would definitely put him at like. I'd put him above Geo. Like just from the anime, I'd put him above Geo. Below Jotaro though. So, no arguments from that.
I'm not gonna disagree with that purely because I hate JoJo, but also because I thought Tanjiro was, I didn't hate him when I was watching Demon Slayer, and I didn't particularly like him that much. He wasn't my type of main character, but he definitely had like a clear goal, and he clearly struggled and he suffered.
All right.
If we revisit this, I would be interested in seeing how your perspectives change.
Sena Kobayakawa. I want to put him above. I want to put him above Yugi. I'll say that right now.
I couldn't tell you. Again, another one of those shows I was reading 10 years ago. It was about football. Racist dude who's calling the Japanese people monkeys. That's about it.
I mean, go ahead.
Like, I can explain it in deep, but really it's just the fact that Senna is And I'm going to go with another character after this who does the exact opposite. He starts off as a huge coward, a huge bitch, and actually, by the end of it, despite the fact that he's not fucking, like, super jacked or fucking tall or anything, like, he isn't a coward anymore. He stands up to people. Like, he stands up to these fucking 6'12", fucking giant JoJo-style fucking football players in Japanese high school. And despite that, he still goes from being a little coward to being like, no, I'll get my ass kicked, but I'll sure as fuck fight you. On the opposite side of that, there is Tsunayoshi Sawada.
Oh, both these characters named Suna?
Well, Senna and Suna. It's funny, there was actually a manga for Jump Ultimate Stars, I think it was, that had all these characters crossover, and Senna and Suna ended up becoming close friends in that. But, and I heard Hawk Kaiser, like, fucking sigh, because he has the same feeling about this character that I do.
This is one of the eternal bonds. No matter how far we stray, ideally, from each other, you know. Koma, he probably eats, like, Cocoa Puffs with, like, orange juice. He's a degenerate. You know, I like Captain Crunch with my milk, but I don't want the milk to be too cold. You know, we're never gonna agree, right? But on this, we will 100, 1000% agree that Suna and Reborn as a whole was the biggest wasted potential that Shonen Jump put out up to that date.
Yeah.
We liked this character before the ending. We liked seeing him. I would like to say see him sort of getting better. Not being as much of a fucking punk ass bitch, but now that I'll go back and look at it, he never really stopped being a bitch ass nigga.
No, he didn't. Like, God, it made me so sad because at the end of Reborn, it straight up was like, Reborn was like, hey, have you gotten better? And he was like, alright, if you've gotten better, go out there and decide which one of those two girls that you've been fucking around with do you like? Tell me right now. And in the end, he couldn't decide. And Reborn's like, all right, fuck it, I'm leaving.
And to the writer's credit, the series did get canceled, so he had to rush out a shitty ending. But
yeah,
I think you could have ended it a lot better. You could have gave it a see you next time ending. But this was no resolution. The character did not grow at all.
I'd say he actually kind of just... It's like he had a peak and then went right back to where he was.
And it's so sad because the story surrounding him was interesting.
Yeah.
His powers were very interesting. His fighting style was one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was fucking really unique. It was really, really unique. But I don't want to drop him in the trash. But I do. But he cannot be anywhere higher than C.
He can't. Yeah, he can't. You can't put him higher than Naruto.
Like I'll put him above Inuyasha. And
I wouldn't put him. No, don't put him above Ichigo. Don't do that.
Yeah. And that fucking that's heartbreaking, honestly.
It really is.
All right. All right.
Now that I'm saying this list, there's a character we are missing.
Who?
What?
The main character from Busarenken.
Kazuki?
Kazuki Muro.
Didn't we all already...
since you brought that up, Kenshin Imura.
I'm gonna have to say that's a solid A.
That is a top of B.
A or... Okay, so A or B. I would actually put him... If we're considering, like, all of Kenshin, I kind of want to put him above Edward. Because you gotta consider, like, his past. Like, he is one of the few characters in here who has just, like, a legitimately, like, believable, dark, fucked up past. Not, like, an overly dramatized past, you know?
Right.
Actually, funny thing about that is, when we were creating this list, we actually debated, like, should we separate Rurouni Kenshin and Samurai X? Because those are, for all intents and purposes, two separate characters. It's just that one has the other as his baggage.
Yeah. So I still want to put him above Edward.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Let's see. Let's go and grab Legoshi.
Legoshi is a B.
At first, I don't think he belongs on the same list as Nobody.
Why?
I don't
B Stars is a battle shonen.
Again, it's
It
not
is.
exactly battle shonen, but
Oh, well, in the manga, it turns into one. Pretty much at the point where the Netflix anime ends.
I want Legoshi to be above Yugi. I want Legoshi to be above Yugi, honestly. I think Legoshi is a very deep character. Like, I get, like, the fact that, oh, it's basically a fucking furry fanfiction, but, like, I feel his character is very deep in the fact that he does like fucking Haru, and he's like, he has to fight against his instincts to fucking... He has to fight against his instincts to either fuck her or eat her. And he's always fighting between those, and I think that's a very good dichotomy.
Yeah. I honestly, Legoshi, well, if we're just going by the anime, B. But honestly, in the manga, he started creeping up there. You know, we'll see. Again, if we revisit this list, we will see.
All right, let's grab Naruto's son.
Is there like a
Bottom of C.
Because I feel like he's a fake character.
Bottom of C.
I don't know. I hate
this. No. We cannot have Naruto and Boruto in the same because
yes, we can.
Boruto has no peaks. He has no peaks that come anywhere close to Naruto.
He's right.
But, so you finally agree with putting Naruto in B?
If we're gonna put Boruto in C,
we have to bump up Naruto.
Bump that nigga up.
Because even though Boruto has no peaks, he also doesn't have as bad value as Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't. You absolutely. If Boruto goes to C, Naruto has to go to B.
Finally.
I'll grab Alan because I think I'm the only one who really knows that much about D. Gray Man, and I want to put him above Tanjiro. I kind of want to put him like at least below Jonathan.
That is surprising because you are a D. Gray Man drone.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Alan, early D. Gray Man, fucking kind of one note. Middle D. Gray Man, fucking crazy deep character. You actually realize that Alan isn't just a good boy character. He's kind of an asshole. And it's mostly because he had to learn how to survive to be an asshole, because Cross Marion, who was his master, is probably the most asshole master among like all the master characters of all these characters on this list. So Alan had to learn how to scam people and how to cheat when playing cards and shit like that. But current Alan almost has no character. And that's kind of what kills it for me. He basically isn't even Alan anymore. He's possessed by not the Millennium Earl, the 14th. And like Alan himself doesn't hardly make any decisions. So I have to drop him. Hate
to see it. Hate to see it.
I fucking hate to see it too, because Alan was like one of my favorite protagonists for a while, but he's just not really... He doesn't really matter right now. Alan Walker doesn't matter, even though Alan Walker's body does, because it houses the 14th. So I kind of have to drop him. Alright, let's get the boy.
Wait. Before you move on to the most base character on this list, I feel like we should bump Naruto above Tanjiro, because that is some serious anime sacrilege to have such a new character above a legacy character.
Well, see, I don't think.
Bro, come on.
You know,
Naruto's peaks. Come on, bro.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say Naruto deserves to be above that bitch ass Fiona. But
yeah,
I would
I'll
also
agree with
say
that.
he does deserve to be above Tanjiro because, like I said, his valleys are there. not defend him having a fucking panic attack, hyperventilating, thinking that's light skin. We're not gonna defend that.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I can't defend that either.
But when he was fucking out there working his ass off, Chunin, he was out there by himself, nobody else.
When he beat Gara?
Struggling. He was whooping Gara's ass.
Yeah, that. Ooh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
that's good.
early Naruto, as much as the retroactive continuity has messed it up, Naruto fucking struggled for everything he got.
Yeah, he had no friends except when they pity hung out.
Yeah. All right. Let's
get the boy.
Let's
get the boy.
Let's get the boy. So Asta, where are we putting Asta?
Asta, objective thinking about it. The criteria that we said when we watched, when we compared to other characters on this list, other characters of other series, and his series in general, I will have to say I'm confident in my vote for Asta, aka Young Wild Nigga, aka No Magic. This man gotta go in S. I'm sorry, bro.
That's what I meant to see. That's what I
Asta
love to
is
see.
one of those characters who gives you hope for the new generation. Because
Absolutely.
everything that's wrong with one of the characters on the list that we should do it after this.
Oh, that was my plan. That was 100% my plan.
The anti-Asta. He raises up his people around him, but he doesn't overshadow them. They get their time to shine, and they all mesh together. One big family.
Asta really has it all going for him, bro.
He does.
He has, he has fucking tons of different parts to his character. He has where he was jealous at the fact that he wasn't as strong as Yuno and he wasn't going to get to fight him. He was upset at the fact that he couldn't really help Yami in his fight with Licht until Yami was like, stop fucking sitting around, you're the only one who can help me. And then he sucked his shit up and he got to fucking work and did shit. And even after he lost the ability to use his fucking arms, he was like, I don't fucking care, I'll just keep working out and I'll figure out what I can do. I'll fucking just kick people if I have to.
That's very ironic because, just put him up there. Just put him. I was going to hype him up more, but we can do that while we're comparing him to...
I want to still keep...
Okay, well, wait. One more thing. From me. Great family unit, right? Great rival.
Yeah.
Great mentor. One of the best mentors in this fucking industry.
I
right?
want to say that his rivalry is healthy.
Yes. That's the main thing.
Yes.
Rivalry. It's organic. I can see this. Like, these niggas are rivals, right? But they are still they're still brothers.
Yes.
Brothers.
Yes, they even refer to each other like they're brothers because they fucking grew up together. They fucking live together. So, yeah, they think of each other like brothers. And
never tried to kill Asta, and Asta never wanted to suck his dick.
Yes.
Naruto.
Now, let's talk about somebody sucking dick and getting killed.
The anti-Asta. You already know where this nigga's home.
Midoriya Izuku is trash.
So, here's the thing, right? I would not have put... a year ago. Hang on. A year ago, I would not have put Izuku in trash. I don't know why. But I watched the arc with them going to rescue whatever her name was. It doesn't matter. I don't care anymore.
The time travel one?
Yeah. And throughout that arc, you can ask both of them, both Hawkeyser and Felix. I was sitting there, what? Something's wrong. I can't get invested. I'm trying really hard to get invested. I finally figured out what it was. Deku ruins My Hero Academia.
That's what I like
flat
to
out.
see.
He ruins the series.
I like to see.
He makes zero effort to actually get better until he gets a fucking power. Unlike Asta, who, regardless of his situation, regardless of his handicap, was like, fuck it, I'm going to get better. I'm going to keep working my ass off. I'm going to keep doing this. But Deku, I guess I give up because I don't have powers anymore. I don't have any powers.
If the other characters would have like treated him as like an outcast because of that, or if he had to go through some adversity because of his being gifted a quirk,
Right.
and then deciding to become a hero instead of training or doing something to be a hero, training to be a police officer or something, right? He just sits on his ass watching fucking hero clips on YouTube. That's never brought up in the series.
But the only one who treats him logically is fucking Bakugo. And that was his fucking bully. It was his fucking, hey kid, stop fucking hanging out with me. You're lesser than
following me. Leave me alone. I don't like you.
Kacha, you're so cool.
That's one of the fucking whiplash when you realize that Bakugo was right. Because you're supposed to hate him, right? The author doesn't want you to hate Bakugo. But then you realize, Deku's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
He's worthless.
Everything that Asta is, qualities. Deku is not.
Yeah, it's like, you can stack them up and fucking, shit, look at the fucking height chart. Deku's like 3 inches taller than Asta. Come on, bro, you have everything he doesn't. Why is he better? Why is he better than you? He's just,
we should make a different tier list, but Deku has one of the worst mentors of all time. At least on this list.
That makes me sad.
Yeah.
I think as a character, he is so much more interesting than Deku. I think that All Might is when All Might is good, he's really good.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same thing with Naruto, except for he doesn't have as many peaks as Naruto.
Yeah.
When he's good, he's like, oh shit, this nigga's real. And I see why he's the #1 hero. When he was fighting Nomu, when he was fighting, I think the Nomu fight was better than the All for One fight, because I think it showed off why All Might is regarded as the best hero more clearly than All for One. I don't think All for One was a good fight. I think it was a lot more talk, no juice. But I digress.
But yeah,
he doesn't teach Deku anything really. He doesn't teach him about being a hero. He didn't teach him how to fight.
No, he absolutely did not.
Bro, all he had to say is like, maybe you shouldn't punch at your full strength all the time. Why wouldn't you say that? This man kept breaking his fucking, shattering his fucking arms every single fight. Which, by the way, man, I'm just gonna be bashing Black Clover if I continue. Deku's trash. Let's move on. We only got a few left.
We can't move on yet.
We have to. We've been on this for an hour and a half.
We have been building up to this. Okay, we got it. How many characters were instantly thrown in trash?
Yeah.
We knew when we saw him on the list he was gonna be in trash. I want to bring up the fact that All Might was a wasted character for Deku's development. Okay,
Yeah.
they could have made this the point where Deku becomes a real character. They could have.
Yeah, All Might should have died.
Yeah, that's something. He should have died against All for One. That should have been a major driving force. Deku moving forward, he didn't learn enough from him.
Yeah, because now it's like, oh, well, I wonder what All Might would have done. And then just walks down the street, like, All Might, what would you do? And then they go, All Might just has to look at him. How do you keep getting in my house?
Legitimately, though, I know a lot of people, especially like anime fans who are just starting, aren't going to get this. But straight up, Black Clover and Hero Academia have been running about the same amount of time. At this point, I feel like anytime I see Asta on screen, I'm like, yes, I like this guy. I see Deku on screen, I'm like, where is Bakugo? I'm more interested in seeing Bakugo.
Well, I think that they represent two very different eras of main characters.
But they're the same era.
I get what he's saying. I get exactly what he's saying.
But Asta has the classic. Yeah, he's a weakling, but he has drive. He has a goal, and he's gonna work his ass off to achieve that goal, and it's believable. On the other hand, you have Deku, who has a goal that he gave up on, but he gets gifted powers by the number one strongest guy.
He's
For
the
free.
Zoomer protagonist.
Yes. He's an instant gratification protagonist.
So he has to go in the trash. Like, I'll put him above Meliodas because Meliodas is offensively bad at some points.
Bro, that's like a technicality.
But, yeah, I know, but it's like they both went to fucking run track. Meliodas landed on his face. Asta fell on top of Meliodas, then hit his own face. I mean, Asta,
Damn.
Deku.
The sad thing is, I don't think we have any more trash people to put above Deku. I think he's gonna be the king of trash, dude.
Yeah, this
man.
list would have, like, I'm looking at this list, like, there are some who are gonna end up pretty low on this list, which I'm gonna grab him, like, right now. Ken Kaneki. But I don't think anyone's gonna hit below fucking Deku. So, Kaneki, bottom of C?
I'm saying C. Well,
Above Boruto.
Yeah, okay.
I really do think Boruto is a wild card, dude. I don't think he's gonna be like.
He needs more time in the oven.
He definitely needs more time.
Alright. Let's see. Let's grab some others before we get into, like, the obvious fucking legacy characters. Let's grab, let's do something. Let's grab these guys. Let's grab the Monster Tamer characters. Let's grab Taichi.
Get this cuck out of my face.
Yeah, just for being cucked, you see.
Alright, let's grab the non-cuck Chad version of Ash.
Get this loser out of my face.
When Ash is good,
this is fucking... the Ash you are looking at is fucking Sun and Moon Ash. This is Chad Ash.
shut the fuck up. He won a championship against people he taught. When you bring football to an indigenous tribe and you become the MVP, bro. What I was gonna say is when Ash is good, he's like top of B, but every other time he's like bottom of C. So honestly, just put him at the bottom of B or at the top of C.
Let's put him in C, and yeah, let's drop him in front of Aaron. All right, this one is gonna be for people who don't really know it, but these two have some opinions about it. Denji from Chainsaw Man.
First of all, let's get this out of the way. Chainsaw Man is fucking dog shit. If you read that shit,
It's a waste of time.
Kill
It is a
yourself.
waste of your life. But Denji, he's alright.
Denji is a relatable. Well, I wouldn't say relatable. He is a character that you can look at and say, yeah, that's an alright guy, right? He's a super poor character. He grew up ultra poor, like poverty, like Africa,
eating garbage.
ancient European, black plate, nigga eating trash. And it's like, yeah, this kid's he's an endearing kid, he had a hard life. But
He does have an arc where, at the beginning, he's like a kid, right? Something happens to him. This is pretty new, so I'll use more spoiler warnings, or I'll just avoid them. Something happens to him, and he becomes the titular Chainsaw Man, right? But then he finds that he's detached from his human feelings. So the rest of the series up to current is him trying to regain what it means to be a human. This sounds like the fucking synopsis. And I think that's interesting. Because there are points where he's like totally detached and he's like an asshole, right? And he can only think with his dick. So he is relatable.
I've heard about that early part of it. But yeah, so what are we saying? B?
Kind of, dude. Like bottom B?
I kind of want to put him ahead of Giorno, though, just from you guys' explanation of him.
Oh yeah, he has more of a personality than Giorno.
Let's see. Let's grab Toriko.
Also known as the man who flew too close to the sun.
No, this is more like the man who was launched into the sun.
When I was reading, I will put him in A.
Really?
Yes. From what I was reading, and I read pretty far back in the day. I will put him in A. I like Toriko. I think he has a very cool fighting style. Very cool dynamic with his chef. I think his name is Komichi or Komaki, something like that. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I just think his series was not big three material, and he should not have kept pushing.
Yeah, plus he can trade blows with Luffy and Goku.
Don't do that.
So we're putting him bottom of A at least?
For now, yes. I've been meaning to start reading Toriko from the beginning again, just to start going through it, see if I still feel the same way about it. But when I was reading it, I was super into Toriko. I just hate that they tried to push it as a big three. People hate it.
It would have probably still been running to today. But let's see. All right, another recent Senku.
I think Senku is high A, mid A. I think he is
mid A.
Good.
Would you put him above or below Luffy?
Above.
Above Luffy. All right. I'm not gonna argue with you there. I think Senku's actually a really interesting character. I think he's a character that isn't done too often. Like, he's smart, and he's smarter than most of the other people, but he's also not like the asshole smart. Like, I figured this like 42 million years into the future or something like that. It's like, oh shit, I really actually have to think my way out of this.
What I like about him is that he's only intellectually smart. He's only like science smart. Well, not science smart. He only knows stuff. He's not socially smart, and he's not like psychologically smart. They got other characters to cover that. So he has weaknesses, and he's obviously physically very
he's physically weak. Like he's not like, if you compare him to like Light was in shape, smart, good looking, like essentially the perfect guy, as opposed to Senku, who's like just smart.
Also, Senku is supposed to be handsome. I don't see it because this nigga looks like a leak.
Is he supposed to be?
Yeah, he's supposed to be handsome. Like, that's a character trait of his, is that girls find him very attractive.
Huh.
But they're like cavemen girls, so what the fuck do they know?
Alright, let's see. Some other small timer. Emma.
Oh yeah, she was. Remember, there was gonna be the new big three. It's Promised Neverland, My Hero Academia, and fucking Demon Slayer. It's like, Jesus Christ. What a bad prediction. That was one of the worst fucking calls of all time.
Especially considering the fact that Promised Neverland just straight up is over. It's done. I read the final chapter, too.
Did you read it all the way through?
Yeah.
Emma became a bad character.
I don't think she became a bad character, but I wouldn't put her in trash. But I would definitely not put her anywhere above C.
Yeah.
I would put her above... I'd put her above, like, just about everybody here, but I would not put her, like, anywhere outside of C. Like, she has a lot going for her, but Emma just turns into one of those characters who's like, wait, how did you know that? Why would you know that? Did you actually think, is the writer fucking feeding you tips? And that's one of the things that killed my interest in Attack on Titan.
At one point, she just straight up is like, "Oh, I don't want to fight anymore. These unambiguously evil people aren't evil anymore." That's what killed off my interest in her.
All right, let's get out the last non-legacy character, which is Saitama.
Man,
all right.
Saitama.
I am going
this
to.
This might be a hot take, but I'm gonna say that nigga easy mid-C, dude.
Mid-C?
Huh? What?
Okay, you gotta explain this.
Alright. I don't get excited when I see Saitama show up. I think any minute that he's on the screen more than the little supporting characters, Moment Rider, Tatsumaki, fucking Gino, Genos. I don't like him. I think if the series didn't have him in it, it was like Genos is the main character, and he beats the enemies after a hard fought
What?
battle, or somebody else beats the character they team up, whatever. I would like it a lot more. I don't like the joke. I don't
One
think it's
Punch
funny.
Man
It's
is
not
not
funny.
a battle shonen.
It's not funny.
One Punch
It's not
Man
funny.
is a deconstruction
Okay.
of battle shonen.
Okay, hang on. I think that I get exactly what you're saying, but you cannot go and say like what's currently going on in the Morita written or the Morita drawn One Punch Man is not battle shonen as fuck. Tatsumaki and Genos are having the most fucking battle shonen fight with Psychos I've ever seen.
Oh, it absolutely is. What I'm trying to say is, One Punch Man is by all accounts, right? Like satirical, right? It will play everything straight until Saitama shows up. But it's not like Saitama just shows up and that's the only time you see him. No, you see Saitama just hanging out, trying to cope with the fact that he's way more powerful than he wanted to be, and that he has no company. Like that's the whole thing. It's just like he is trying to. He's like a good Homelander. He's like Superman. That's much more direct comparison. Saitama, he will always be cucked by the fact that he's so powerful. He just wants a really good fight, but he starts to develop past that, and he's like, well, the point of being a hero isn't the fights, which is like kind of speaking directly to the audience a little bit, but he's just like, well, I am using some knowledge from the fucking horribly, horribly drawn original webcomic, but I think Saitama is a really well developed character. At least B, if not A.
I want to put Saitama. This is hard. I want to put Saitama no lower than the head of B or the bottom of A. Like honestly, if you would have just asked me like among anime, like among all these anime, just the anime itself from the first season, I would have put One Punch Man season 1 in S tier.
Yeah,
but Hawk does make a good point in the sense that he kind of just exists just to end things. At least
it's not even
he does.
It's not even the hero showing up fashionably, like, a la Goku.
I mean that.
It's supposed to be that way. Okay, yeah, that might be true, but I still feel like the efforts of the other characters just kind of shit on.
That's the point.
It's like if we were actually to make a One Punch Man tier list, like honestly, Saitama wouldn't be my number one character.
It wouldn't. Not for me either.
And everyone knows who my number one character is. I'm not even going to get into that right now. But I like Saitama. Don't get me wrong, I do. But he does just kind of exist as he exists to put the fear of God in the enemy and then to punch it out of them. So, all right.
Yeah.
Time for these legacy characters. Who you guys want to start with?
I want to do it from the easiest to the most contentious. So we're obviously going to save Goku for last.
Okay. The easiest. I guess the easiest. Fuck. Who would be the easiest among these? Yusuke?
Yusuke is
an
S.
easy S. That's 100% S.
I can't
100%.
argue with you guys because I haven't finished Yu Yu Hakusho. I know Yusuke gets way more development later on, and since I haven't finished it, I really can't say otherwise. So yeah, I'll go with that.
I think between me and Hawk, we've watched the show like 7 times.
Yes. All right. Okay. I wasn't a gang member back in the day, right? But was a rambunctious type. So I can. When you're that age, a lot of the stuff that Yusuke was doing, and the reactions that he had, like when he fucking died in the first episode, when he sees the people around him, who he thought were just like fuck ups and assholes and didn't understand, he's found out that they really cared about him, and that maybe he was living his life wrong. That's real shit. It is
Absolutely.
The fucking
and that's not even only in the beginning. It's other times, other characters who were calling him out for his bullshit. And it's like, damn.
the fucking
That's
Kuwabara,
real.
the Kuwabara coming into the fucking funeral thing is pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's multiple parts in the story where you just see that this is a true main character. He's not always morally the most morally upstanding guy he is. He's very crude, very much an asshole. From beginning to end, he's a fucking asshole. But he's a right ass. He's a lovable asshole. You know, he's not a fucking perfect little fucking white knight guy. You know, and his fighting style really cool. He actually trains. Actually has to fucking use his techniques in smart ways.
And let's just say it, the spirit gun is fucking crazy iconic.
Yeah. For me, I would put Yusuke at the top.
At the top of S?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I would not put Joseph above Gintoki or Asta.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
I would put Gintoki on the same level as Yusuke. They're equal, so put them next to each other.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Alright.
Alright, fair.
Let's grab Ippo. Where are we putting Ippo?
A, high A.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna put him in high B, dude.
Hmm.
Actually,
Coin flip.
hold on.
I know
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
too
I'm
little
putting him in
about
high B.
Ippo, so you guys have to explain it to me.
He has some
What do you mean?
in the fact that he's still like kind of a bitch, even this far in, he's still a bitch ass nigga.
I mean, his true personality is that of a bitch, but he is like, how do you say this? He is a man who, well, he's a character who learns to not be taken advantage of, and that's like because he was bullied, right? He's always gonna have that bullied kid mentality, even as an adult, like as he is like in the current place in the manga. He's like
He's in
that,
Mexico
but he
right
does
now,
have
right?
these moments.
Like canonically, he's in Mexico right now, right?
He might be. I haven't been keeping up that fast. I let it accumulate and then I read it.
So you guys are what? We're aiming for like no lower than top B.
No
I mean,
lower than
I put him a
definitely
high
think
A.
he's better than Saitama, but I don't think he's as good as Toriko.
So I think we gotta split the difference and put him on bottom A.
Bottom A. All right.
Yeah, alright, yeah, I'll accept it.
I mean, we can look this over, and then afterwards we can be like, hey, can we move somebody else around here? So, let's grab Seiya. I think Seiya... Hawk, you're probably gonna hate me for this. I think Seiya's not really that good of a character.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, and I don't think Sensei is that good of a
Yeah, I agree. Whoa,
We're gonna get fucking...
Whoa.
I don't think any of us can head south of the border anymore.
Listen, I know y'all Mexican niggas start flipping out. I know y'all
Yo
love Sensei,
quiero Saint Seiya,
but-
okay?
Listen, Sensei's fights are some of the worst in Shonen.
Whoa! Just stop. Cut yourself off here.
The
Let's
fact
just
that these niggas just spam special attacks.
stop.
Then they do the fucking little stupid pose.
You don't know what you're saying.
Oh, Ryuseiki.
Stop
It's so
it.
stupid. It's so
Shut up. Shut up.
They don't like. It's like Dragon Ball. They'll like go and fist fight. Throw some regular key blasts, and then they'll do their special moves and try to outsmart each other and shit. They don't do that in Sensei. They spam special moves that and then I'm raising my cosmos.
Cosmos.
It's so dumb. These are not fights. I think Saya is another symptom of that. I think he's just there. He's kind of gay because he didn't fuck Cheyenne.
Was that Athena?
No, I'm talking about the green bitch who wanted to fuck him.
That's his teacher.
No. You're
No.
thinking of his teacher.
The one with the mask? Yeah, he should have
Mario.
fucked her too.
That was his sister, dude.
What?
Cosmos!
There's a lot of bitches in Saint Seiya he should have fucked, alright? Anyway.
He's kind of a lame character. I think Saint Seiya is a lame series.
Alright, let's
See,
how far down is
senor.
I'm gonna have to put him. I don't think he's as good of a character as Ichigo. I don't think he has the peaks that Ichigo has.
Would you
That's true.
I don't think he has the interesting fights
that Senna does?
Put him lower.
Yeah.
I don't think he has as much of a personality as Inuyasha does.
Oh, we're gonna get fucking murdered. You know this, right? Fucking cartel is on their way to your fucking house. Dude. You're fucking done.
Yeah, that is the perfect place for Seiya.
This is jeez. All right.
He's not even the coolest character out of his main group.
He's not.
I think Yo is a solid B.
Yeah, I'd say Yo is B. I think Yo, among all of these characters, has probably, like, the most interesting family dynamic. Like, the fucking Asakura family is fucking confusing and weird and fucking, like, just out there. The only problem is, like, from what I can remember of Shaman King, it's been a long time. Yo's character doesn't really change too much. He doesn't develop too much. You know? He just kind of is there.
Yeah.
I'd put him above, like, Giorno again. But I would... Would you guys put him above Denji?
No. Not me personally.
I don't have enough information to go off of. I watched this show when it was airing when I was still in elementary school.
On the fucking Fox box.
15 years ago?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, I have no like hard, concrete resolution or memories of Yo's subtle character motivation. I don't remember.
Alright. Kineku Man.
S. Easy S.
Hey.
He does the bitch ass main character right. You see him get better, you see him grow, you see he's a fuck up, but he has the little shining moments that make everybody else notice him. He's a true main character. He becomes stronger, he becomes better morally, he trains, he actually has to fight in interesting ways.
He's also, like, among all these protagonists, he's the most unique. Like, think about it. He has the most unique fighting style. He fucking, like Hawk says, despite the fact that he is a coward, he's the coward character done right. He's not fucking Suna. He and Senna just stops being a fucking coward after a while. I kind of want to put him in S as well. Legitimately, and he's legitimately funny. Like, he fucking... There is some shit in fucking Kineku Man that me and Hawk, when we were watching it, we were fucking rolling. So, I want to put him... I can't put him, like, maybe above, like, Joseph, but I want to put him in S.
I would put him above Joseph.
Tripping.
Asta.
Trip. That is a trip.
I'll put him above Joseph, but I can't put him above Asta, man.
No.
Joseph is a perfect character.
I would put him above Asta for now.
No.
It is very possible that by the end of Black Clover, Asta...
I'm going to use my manga privilege.
If they keep selling their souls to keep Black Clover this good and make it better, as time goes
manga
on,
privilege.
I think Asta will be the greatest shonen protagonist.
I am current in Black Clover in the manga, and Asta only got better from where we've seen him in the anime. So no, he stays there. Don't move him.
I'm going to say, despite the fact that they are sitting next to each other, I'm going to put them on the same. Like, they are the same. It's the same with Yusuke and with Gintoki. Alright. Ken fucking Shiro.
That's an easy. That's it.
Hey.
Hold on, let me think. I gotta moving my bias.
Bottom A.
Calculate. You said bottom A. I'll slap the shit out you.
Look at his competition.
Look at his competition. Fucking like Yagami. Yes, better than him. Better than fucking
No.
Luffy.
Get that out of here.
Kenshiro? Is it Kenshiro? Listen.
Funny Atata, man.
Kenshiro is a character, especially in the manga, because the anime sort of whitewashes him, makes him less of a sadist asshole. But I think for the series that he is in, he is what the world needs right now. He treats the thugs with the same level of savagery and sadism that they have been dishing out to the innocent post-apocalyptic citizens. If he was in any other series, Kenshiro would be like, oh, this guy's just an edgy asshole, right? But the fact that you see how he changed from before the post-apocalypse to after, and how the other characters view him and his legend. It's not like this nigga just wins every fight. No, he gets his ass whooped, and you see him fucking suffering. Like he's fighting to the death. Okay. I think that Kenshiro, as opposed to Kanikuman, Asta, the rest of these niggas, how they're all like smiles and happy-go-lucky, even like, in the face of danger and adversity. No, Kenshiro knows this world is fucked up. He knows that shit is bad. But he still does what he gotta do. And he has doubts, but he still fights. He still wants to do the one thing that he set out to do. And it's to find girl. Bro, I gotta put that nigga ass. I gotta say he is ass.
Oh, sorry. I was just looking at this picture of Kenshiro. Just fell asleep.
That's because you have no taste. Sorry, you have no taste.
I do not want to put him above Joseph.
You don't want to put...
Felix makes the point. Joseph really is a fucking good character. Joseph, like, if we're just talking about, like, strong as a character, like, strong written, Joseph is one of the strongest written characters in this entire group.
Yo, nigga smoking.
Alright. Before we do this, I am setting a stopwatch because I know that these two have so much that they can go into. I've listened to these two argue for literal hours about this one. So, putting up a stopwatch so that we don't go forever. Fucking Son Goku.
Well, I'm gonna keep it very short and sweet. Alright? He is the godfather for basically almost every other character on this list except for the other legacy characters. Goku is the quintessential shonen protagonist. We've seen his entire life play out. Goku is an S. He has lows, but he has peaks. And he is the archetype. He is the godfather. He is definitely George Washington on Mount Rushmore, right? There's no argument. He's S. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
There's a phrase that has been said many times by many great people. It stands true today. Those who stand tall in the light are unaware of the shadows that they cast. They are also unaware of the creatures that thrive in the shadows of said light. Goku is a character when he's good, when he is pulling out all the stops, when you're rooting for him, when you want him to win, when you're sitting there, you're giving him your energy, you're holding your hand, watching the TV. He is one of the greatest shonen characters of all time. But when he is bad, and it's very often, especially recently, that he's bad, I believe he ruins not only the show that he's in, but the characters around him. I think the constant catering to Goku, the constant needing for him to be the main character, has crippled many characters in the Dragon Ball franchise. Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, Frieza, Yamcha, Tien, all characters who had their moments, all characters who were out here in these streets doing what they had to do, especially Gohan, his son. Okay? But you see Goku, the fans want Goku so badly that they would ruin other characters to prop Goku up, to have Goku be the hero. So you turn Goku's greatest asset, him showing up at the last second, the last hour, instilling hope that the Earth will be protected, to be a detriment. Oh, here comes Goku to save the day again. Here comes Goku to ruin the moment of my favorite character.
It's like you said, Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, Frieza, Yamcha, even Krillin, they have their moments as supporting characters. Goku is the protagonist. If there was Goku, in fact, is the protagonist of this tier list. If there was no Goku, there would be no Yusuke. There would be no Asta. There would be no Gon. There would be no Luffy. There would be no Toriko. There would be no Saitama. There would be no Naruto. There would be no Ichigo. Goku, the reason why he is the most important character in a series is the same reason why he's the most important character in Shonen. And he's the most important character in Latin America. That's right, even greater than Seiya, right? That gives him an automatic boost. He got the essays. The essays, the S tier. Goku is top S tier.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't think he even belongs in S tier.
That's the hottest take.
If Dragon Ball Super did not exist, if it was Z, GT, Uncannon, we get it. I may agree that he can take the seat of S tier. But Goku, as he's been written for these last 5 years, has been terrible.
Wrong.
It has made me hate
Wrong.
Goku.
Wrong.
He has regressed in
that is your biases. That's
he
your
has
you.
He has regressed in intelligence. In Z,
No, he hasn't.
in Z, he was acting how an older Goku, a more experienced Goku, a Goku who is long past Turtle Hermit school.
Wrong.
Is how he acted. He had good
Wrong.
moments. He had moments that made Goku made sense. He was consistent. He made sense.
Goku, what? In the Buu Saga alone, made some of the most crippling decisions of his entire career, right? I got Super Saiyan 3, but I'm going to hide it from Vegeta because I don't want to hurt his feelings. Ooh, I could have beaten Fat Buu, but I'm going to teach my son and his little friend how to turn Super Saiyan 3 instead.
Yes.
I came back to life, and instead of saving my sons, and I'm gonna save this nigga Hercule and Dende instead. Oh, Butterfingers! I dropped my sons into the fucking brain. Goku, even in Cell Saga, I'm just gonna teach Gohan how to fight, and he's gonna beat Cell in a fair one-on-one match.
That was
the biggest blunder of his career,
and he got called out for it.
Exactly. So what are you trying to? Why are you trying to say?
He was written well and consistent. He acknowledged the consequences of his actions. He felt like absolute shit when Gohan was getting his ass kicked. When Piccolo told him why he was a fucking
all of this is what makes Goku Goku. Like, he's not infallible, and I don't know why there's a different standard for GT and Super.
Because Super, look, Super Goku is not the same character.
How is it not the same? It's
Super
years of
Goku.
Goku assuming himself to be the strongest character in the universe. Then he comes across, the cat who beats him in 2 hits, and he's just like, looks like I still got more climbing to do. So yes, he regresses. So does Vegeta, but you're not gonna sit here and say that a character regression automatically detracts from you, because after Vegeta's character regression in Super, he became even better. Goku, I don't think Goku fell that far from where he was. Honestly, like, there's two things that everybody gets on. It's like, oh, he never heard of a kiss. He's never kissed his wife. That's one. And the other one is, oh, wow, he fucking risked all of the universes for a selfish fight. Those are the two main things that people get hung up on. But really, has Goku acted out of character? No.
Yes,
No.
I
Goku's
believe.
the same man who's sitting there. Is like, oh, as a grown man, as a fucking 18-year-old, it's like, oh, marriage meant getting married. Okay, Chi Chi. And then he's the same man who, like I said, he had these fucking blunders in judgment because of his own selfish desires. Right, left Vegeta alive because he wanted somebody to fight against, spared Frieza. No, went to fight against Frieza, even though King Kai and everybody in the fucking universe like, don't fight Frieza. Went to fight him and then spared Frieza because, well, I'm giving you a second chance. Bye.
But you seem
Train
to forget
Gohan,
that
even though Gohan doesn't want to fight. Right?
you seem to forget that Goku in the Buu saga and in Goku in Super was not. He did not have the same sense of I gotta kill this nigga right now. Aside from when, I don't even
When
count
has he ever had that sense?
when.
Please tell me. Please tell
Do
me.
you not remember in when Frieza you fool? Do you remember when he was telling Gohan to kill that nigga Cell right now?
Yes, because that was Cell. He played around with Cell.
He gave Frieza a chance, and
He
then
gave Cell a chance. He gave Cell a fucking sensu beam. If
when
Goku was kill this guy right now, he would have just had him, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, and fucking Krillin just jump that nigga while he was sleeping.
they they wouldn't have been able to beat him.
Yes, they would have.
No, they wouldn't have. Cell would have
Cell
rocked
can't
them.
fight all of them at the same time.
Okay. No, debatable. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. Goku, when he needs to get serious and execute a nigga, he will do. Like when he gave Frieza the chance to walk away. That bitch ass nigga Frieza sat there and I am mighty and you are not. And he told him, "You fool!" Blasted this man. He for all intents and purposes, he was going to kill Frieza.
Yes,
Right?
but that was after giving Frieza 3 chances. That was the
Okay.
third chance. You act like how he acts in Super is somehow an anomaly.
It is
When
an
it's
anomaly.
it's
I think
consistent.
that it's
The only
not,
person
bro.
who's ever been like, "Oh, I'll never forgive you," is fucking Raditz. So I think Goku is very
And
consistent.
Frieza. He was going
No,
to
not
kill
and Frieza. He gave
He
Frieza
was
2
going
fucking
to
chances.
kill
He
Frieza.
gave Frieza 2 chances.
He
Nigga,
was still
what?
gonna kill him.
Oh,
He
he's gonna
attempted to
kill
murder
you.
him.
He attempted to murder him in self-defense because the nigga was trying to kill him. He
He
gave
wanted
Frieza 2 chances.
Gohan
He
to
gave
murder.
somebody who was gonna kill his son, killed his best friend, beat the shit out of his rival, killed his other rival. He gave him 2 chances. You're acting like it's out of character for Goku to give people chances because he wants to fight him again because he's selfish. Because Goku is not a fucking Boy Scout. He's not Superman. He is a selfish character, and that's
He's
one
not
of the
a-
few
he's not a Boy
complexities
Scout,
about
right?
him.
But I think he also does not want his friends and family to be killed. I think that you can't say in the same vein that he gives people chances for selfish reasons and then say, oh, well, then it's consistent with his character of him getting very angry when an alternate universe version of Chi-Chi and Goten get murdered by Zamasu and
Yeah.
he gets a rage boost from it. I don't understand.
He didn't. Zamasu was trying to kill him and his family, and they did. Yeah, he would have given Zamasu a chance if Zamasu hadn't done anything yet. I'm pretty sure. I'm positive about that. But Goku wasn't fighting by himself either. He was with Trunks and he was with Vegeta.
So, as I said, and as you guys
Please
can
break
expect,
the tie.
as I said, and as you guys can expect, and I'm sure anybody who's fucking knows anything about Dragon Ball knows, yes, Goku is quite literally the most legendary anime character of all time. I'd say Goku is the most legendary anime character of all time. I don't think Goku deserves to be anywhere below S. But I also do not think he is a better character than anyone in S.
Thank you.
I think
Wow.
I think quite literally all the characters in S are much better written characters. I think like especially like you got to think you would have to put him above fucking Kenshiro, above Joseph, above Kinnikuman, above Asta, above Gintoki, and above Yusuke.
Thank you.
I would.
Bro, you're tripping.
I wouldn't.
And this-
I think in terms of legacy, if we were just judging off of legacy, judging off of tenure, Goku trumps everyone on this list without question, easily. But we're not judging with tenure here. We're not judging with respect for all of the work that they've done.
We're judging as a protagonist.
Yeah, and as a protagonist, I think Goku is an S protagonist. He's important. He has everything he needs to be important. He has a very, very defined character, more so than just about every other person on this list. But he doesn't quite have what I think makes an S tier character. Like, I don't think that he would I honestly don't think he would be like in the same tier as Joseph if like we're just judging solely based on character. I think like I said this before, I think Joseph has one of the strongest characters among everybody on this list. So I will say, I think Goku is bottom S.
Tearless-sama,
I'll agree to that simply because you won't put him in A.
I kneel.
Alright.
Like I said, this has gone on for too long.
It really has.
Yeah.
Let's look
Goku
this
is
over.
villains.
Let's look this over. Does anyone see anything that stands out that needs to be changed?
I don't think Inuyasha should be on the same list as Ichigo. I really don't. I don't think he should be on the same tier. I think that Inuyasha is trash. I do not think he's good. I don't think he's better.
If you say that,
I do.
Bro,
I do agree.
let's
in the
make a
fact
D
that
tier.
I wanna-
Let's make a D tier.
You want me to make a D tier right now? Hang on.
Yeah, make a D tier and then
I
just
think,
shove
yeah.
everybody below.
I think everybody below Suna should be in D tier.
Hang on. Can I do
You know,
that right now?
don't even do it. Don't even do it. These
Don't do
niggas
it?
don't need the visual aspect. They can't understand our words. Everybody.
No, so we can use the picture
Well,
of the
we can
tier
do that.
list.
We can do that afterward in post.
Oh
okay?
my
Listen.
god.
Nigga, this shit was running for like an hour and a million minutes.
Oh, whose fault was that?
Not mine, nigga.
I mean, there was two.
Listen.
There were two people in that fucking Dragon Ball argument. I'm just saying.
Listen, Inuyasha does not belong in the same tier as Ichigo and Suna. I think they're both lost potential characters, right? They had peaks, they had good stuff about them. Inuyasha had nothing. He never had anything else. Yeah, fuck yeah, Inuyasha, go get him. You know? I think
Can I
he's
do a
bad
dishonorable
character
mention?
in a bad series.
I will say this. I will lower Inuyasha to above Boruto.
Yeah.
All right. What's
Can
your
I give a
mention?
dishonorable mention?
Yeah.
Bam from Tower of God is trash. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. that's the list, everybody. I'm going to, like they said, I'm going to have a final version of this up with whatever else that we think. Is there anything else you guys think would need to be changed real quick?
I really do think that, I think Deku should have his own trash tier, like a own, like little separate tier list box where he's just like ultra trash, cause a lot of these new niggas out here, people who just started anime with like My Hero, they think that this man is cool. They think he's a true main character. That's how it's supposed to be.
I think he's in a suitable position, bro. He's above Smeliotis. He's above Yoo-Hoo. He's above Baka.
He's a culture. He's a generation-defining character. For how we feel about Yusuke, how we feel about Goku, Yusuke, Oda. This is how this new generation feels about.
We need to make a video bashing My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for it.
I think that this tier list makes sense. Like I said, I'll put together the D list. It'll be from, who would you say? Seiya and down, or Kaneki and down?
It'll be Seiya and down. Yeah.
The Mexicans are gonna eat you alive, dude.
I mean, it is what it is.
With extra tapatio.
I hate Sensei. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I've been watching it. I've been reading it. It's not good. It has some of the worst fights I've ever seen.
All right.
And it's not a time thing, because at the same time, the Fist of the North Star, Kaneko Man, that shit was out. That shit was Kino. They have good fights. They have good characters. Saint Seiya doesn't. It just appeals to people who saw it as a kid. I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
Alright. So, leave comments down below. Hit us up on Twitter, which I'm sure if you're still watching this and you probably hate us, and you'll probably, if you're Mexican, you're probably sending us messages. I don't speak Spanish. Send all your hatred towards Gato, because he actually speaks Spanish. Hit us up over Twitter. Leave comments. Like, dislike, whatever you want to do. But just, let us know what you think. And we'll see you guys in the next video.